In this video, we will be using the XReco Authoring Tool to create an interactive immersive experience. After we download the XReco Authoring Tool and the assets from the user test website, we have to extract the zip archives. After we extract the zip files, we can open the project in the Unity Hub. For this, we should first add the project from our local disk. If we now have the right Unity version installed, we can just open the project with a double click. After Unity has started, the welcome dialog appears, where we have several options. You can watch more tutorials to get a better understanding of the whole application. Or you can jump directly to the XReco Orchestrator, where you can find more contents for your scene. Or you can directly start with your first template scene. If you are already familiar with Unity, you can directly jump to the next video. If not, we will now take a short look into a basic Unity tutorial. For this, we click on the tutorial button in the welcome dialog. Then just follow the instructions from the tutorial and learn the basics of Unity. So now we are ready to start with our first template scene. For this, we can click on the Template Scene button of the welcome dialog, or directly create a new scene with the Unity menu. For the beginning, we will start with the Model Viewer template. For this, click on Create. In this scene, you can insert different 3D models, take a detailed view on them, and add some interactive annotation to it. After the scene has loaded, you can see all important objects highlighted in purple on the left side in the hierarchy. When you click on the template description, you can go to the Open Documentation button in the inspector. The documentation of a scene template could be very useful to get a better understanding what is possible with the scene and gives you a short overview how you can interact with the scene components. Now we want to import some assets to bring our own contents to the scene. For this, we must navigate to the My Assets folder. Then import the assets with a right-click inside the folder. Select Import New Assets and choose the content on your computer that you want to display in your scene. In the Authoring tool, you can also take any assets you like. For the start, you can simply use the assets from the user test, but you can also add your assets that you created by your own, or check out the XReco Orchestrator, where you can find a lot of more cool content. Now we want to add the inserted test 3D model to our scene. For this, we select the 3D Asset Placement helper in the hierarchy, and have to change the Content to Place property in the inspector. By clicking on the point next to it, all available 3D models of your project will be displayed. Then we will choose the Test 3D model, which we inserted before in the My Assets folder. Now the 3D model have changed, and we can have a look to it. After big changes, we should also save the scene. For this, go to File, Save. Now save it in the My Scene folder, and choose a suitable name for your scene. To optimize the lighting in the scene, you can use the slider in the bottom menu. In this video, we want to add an annotation to our model. For this, we open the prefab window, which contains a collection of all XReco prefabs. Prefabs are pre-configured objects that provides a specific functionality. Every prefab have also a preview image and a link to the documentation, where you can find all instruction informations for this prefab. To create the 3D annotation prefab, just click on Create next to the preview image. After you created the annotation, it will appear in your scene and attached to your cursor, so you can easily move it around in the scene. Once you have found the right position, click again to place the annotation in the world. You can use this functionality whenever you like by clicking on the Attach to Cursor button in the bottom menu. To adjust the position, you can use the Move tool on the side, or just use the Adjust to Cursor button again. Now we want to set up the content of the annotation. For this, we select the 3D annotation object in the scene hierarchy window. Then the properties of the annotation are displayed in the inspector on the right side. Here we can change the text as we like. We can also insert an image to the annotation. For this, we can use the direct menu and search for the content. Or can use the files from the Test Assets pack, which we already imported in the MyAsset folder. Just drag and drop to the corresponding property. We can also insert a video inside the annotation. For this, we just have to use the drop-down menu in the properties and also drag and drop the corresponding audio file. So you can add any content you like in the annotation prefab. If there are any difficulties, we can also open the documentation by clicking on the question mark icon in the inspector to get more explanations about each of the properties. After we are happy with our changes, we should save the scene again and test it. For testing, we can simply use the play button in the top center of the editor. So the app will start running in the editor. Now you can move the camera around when you press the right mouse button and then move the mouse. You can also zoom with the mouse wheel. This functionality comes from the Orbit camera. If you want, you can also inspect that object in the scene and play around with its values. Also, try to open the annotation by clicking on it. By clicking again, you can also close it. If you are not happy with the annotation position, just move it around again and then save the scene with Ctrl+S. After this, we now can build a standalone application out of the scene. For this, you need to click on the corresponding option in the XReco menu. By clicking on the Build Scene for Desktop button, it asks to save the scene again and then build it. This process might take some time. Once the building process is done, you should get a message in the console telling you about the success, and also a File Explorer window containing the build output will be opened. This is now your created app, which you can start by double-clicking. Wow! Congratulations! It looks great. Now you are finished with your first build application. Just play around with the opportunities and insert more of your own content or of the assets from the XReco Orchestrator. Thank you for watching the video, and now have fun with your applications.